This just in. Breaking news. A Battlefield game is unplayable on day one. Breaking news. A Battlefield game is unplayable on day one. Now, anybody who is an actual fan of Battlefield and anybody who's played past entries of Battlefield heard me say that, and their immediate reaction was to go, because since Battlefield 3 in like 2010, no Battlefield has launched without a whole fuck ton of problems. Because I got multiple other articles to show you some examples, and I've been seeing stuff on my timeline all day of people saying, we paid for this game just to not be able to play it. Just be glad the whole game is on the disc, because you're going to be enjoying that story mode, nigga. Now, my point of this video, my point of me saying this and doing this is not to take a dump on Battlefield. It's not to say that Battlefield is necessarily a bad game or anything either. It's more so to say, when you buy a game on day one, and it's an online multiplayer experience type of game, be aware that this is always a possibility. And be double aware that this is always a possibility when it's a game like Battlefield. Cause let me look it up and see how many Battlefields there are. So I said since Battlefield 3, we have not gotten a Battlefield that just released and just worked without you having to jump through hoops or just be very, very lucky. So the latest Battlefield, is this no, that's, or wait, is that okay? So the latest Battlefield that released today, the day that I'm recording this, Battlefield 6 2025, on release, can't play the game. On release, essentially the game doesn't work. In 2021 with Battlefield 2042, on release, that game didn't work. This one took about 6 months for them to fix it. Battlefield 5, Battlefield V, on release, didn't work. Took about 6 months to a year for them to get it to work. Battlefield 1 2016, took about a year and a half for them to get that game to work. Depending on what platform, about 3 months on PC, but it took them way longer to get that shit working on console at the time for Battlefield 1, because the PS4 and the Xbox One were still on the newer side. Battlefield 4, nigga, that game, oh my god, that it took them a year to get Battlefield 1 to work. Oh my god, it took a year and change, even if you were on PC, for them to get Battlefield 4 to work in 2013, because they were working with new hardware and old hardware that was holding them back. Battlefield 3 in 2011, on release, that game didn't fucking work. Now, all of these, Battlefield 2142 and 2 Vietnam and 1942, I can't speak on if those Battlefield games worked on release. But as for these ones up here, as for 2011 and up, none of these shits worked on release. And again, I'm not saying this to take a dump on the franchise. I'm just saying, when you buy a product like this that's an online only game, be cautious, be wary, and be aware that this is always capable of happening. Because Battlefield 6 isn't even a bad game. Like, it's not a game where it's like, game dead, game bad, LOL, you suck, therefore your game is gonna die. They're probably gonna fix this in about a month or so. But take note, this can happen with any game that you purchase. But again, no Battlefield game since 2011 has worked on release. So if you took a chance on this without doing the proper research, hey nigga, I don't know what to tell you. GG's, fuck nigga. But anyway, going back to the article, and like, partially this is a good thing, because it shows that so many more people than they thought they would ever be capable of getting on the servers, and that they're really like going back to being a real competitor with Call of Duty. That's the good part of this. That's the good that you should be taking out of this. They're going back to being a Call of Duty competitor. But let's read in the article for some further details. That's what the song Juke Wook nigga and in a fucking TikTok where he be going and he got like the bowl cut and he be doing the stiff ass dance. Nigga don't even be shaking his shoulders. Nigga be shaking his torso. Nigga be talking about some. No. His shoulders don't move individually. Nigga move his whole body. But anyway, earlier this week, lead producer David Sirlane stated on social media the team was planning for launch day queues, adding the open beta helped gauge the interest as well. Well, clearly it didn't help you gauge the interest enough because niggas still can't play the game. Indeed, the beta, which ran in August, had over 200,000 players waiting in queues ahead of its launch. It would seem so far launch day queues for the full game are just as busy, maybe even busier. Battlefield 6 launches today at blah blah blah, and we anticipate many of you to log in at the same time during this initial moment, said the studio early on the socials. To help ensure a smooth and stable logging experience. For everyone, we're adding a queue system during this and other peak moments. Thanks for your patience as well as we launch Battlefield 6. Now, you may look at this and say, oh, they just don't have the server infrastructure. They can't afford the server infrastructure because too many people want to buy the game. Well, let me show you something. EA stocks are worth $200 a stock. And if you don't understand how crazy that is, let's look up how much the whole company worth. EA is worth over 40, damn near 50 billion with a B. Like what the people who say was Bracken throw up, billion dollars. Their stock is worth $200 a stock. So I'm not accepting. Oh, we just didn't have the server infrastructure. Nigga, buy it. Buy it. You can afford it. Buy it. Stop being cheap. Stop. And this is what I be saying. Never forget, just because Battlefield 6 is treating you nice because they ain't had an entry in a while, do not forget this game is made by EA at the end of the day. You know what EA stands for? Evil Ass Niggas Incorporated. It stands for Evil Ass Niggas Incorporated. It stands for Evil Ass Niggas Incorporated. I am a doctor. When it comes to this gaming shit, I'm the Dr. Umar of gaming. Never forget EA is evil. Never forget that. Don't ever let that shit slip your mind. Them niggas being cheap right now. Peep, just because the game has elements you enjoy doesn't mean you can't call out the bad things like this about the game. Please remember that part. No game is above criticism, and no game should be in a bracket where you treat it like it's above criticism. Because that's how games start to decay, go bad, and start doing dumb shit. Because they're gonna buy it anyway. Don't let EA get that level of confidence. You see how it's going with Call of Duty. Don't let them get that level of confidence. Anyway, let's go on further. Battlefield 6 is already dominating Steam as one of the top-selling games currently on the platform. One analyst has estimated it's probably going to win Action Game or Gun and Ball Game of the Year as the top-selling game on the platform. One analyst has estimated it's already made over 100 M in pre-launch sales before it's even out. I wouldn't doubt that. Because Battlefield, even though it's not as big and currently relevant as Call of Duty, well, it wasn't as big and currently relevant as Call of Duty, I'd say in like the last 3-4 years, because Battlefield 2042, that shit flopped out onto, what you call it? that shit flopped out onto the scene and did a whole bunch of nothing. It kicked and squirmed and basically died on impact because the game took so long to fix itself. And after the game finally got fixed, from what I understand, it was fucking phenomenal, but you took too long. Why do I gotta wait a year till a game releases to be able to play the game? Like, nah, fuck out of here. Is this shit still saying it's sending something? Anyway, Battlefield 6 delivers a thrilling multiplayer reset and a decent, if derivative, single player, but it still displays nagging doubts about what makes Battlefield special, reads their Battlefield 6 review. Again, let's remember, no game should be above criticism. And just to show that I'm not just trying to take a dump on them, update, EA is deploying a fix for missing content and purchase to play errors, locking EA app I forgot to save that article. This is another thing. EA is basically, from what I'm understanding, there's an error to where even though you bought the game, when you try and load it up, it tells you gotta buy the game to play it and that you're missing content so you can't play the game. What did I just say? Not EA. What did I just say? Battlefield games on day one are never fucking playable. The worst thing you can ever think is that you'll play a Battlefield game the day it releases. You're gonna have to wait at least a month. And I'm gonna wait a week or two before I get Battlefield and before I play it, because I know a fuck ton of my friends are gonna be playing it throughout the year and whatnot. But as for day one, like, there's not a lot of games I would actually purchase day one, and Battlefield 6 is nowhere near one of those games. Because of shit like this. Niggas is buying a game, paying for the game, and having all the content that's claimed to be missing downloaded on their downloaded on their systems, and still being told, shoulder shrug, I don't know what you want me to do, gang. You gotta pay for the game if you want to play it. But I did. You gotta pay for the game if you want to play it. But I did. I can't tell. You the one I brought the game through. Oh well, nigga. So, just because the game may be good or fun once you get through all the bullshit, just because you tolerate a bunch of BS to get to great gameplay, that don't mean the BS ain't there. That just means you're okay with it being there. Update. On the official Battlefield comms account on Zitter, EA Evil Ass Niggas Incorporated announced that the team is in the process of deploying a Resolute, so they're working on it. They're trying to fix it. Don't give a fuck. It's Battlefield 6 day and virtual warfighters are flocking to the front to dutifully ignore their squad mates' cries for revives and crash the first helicopter they enter. Started a sentence over the conjunction as all those hundreds of thousands of launch day players arrive. Some who purchased the game through the that makes it even worse. As all those hundreds of thousands of launch day players arrive, people who purchased the game through the EA app are being denied deployment. I gotta repeat this 2 more times because I am the Dr. Umar of gaming. As all those hundreds of thousands of launch day players arrive, some who purchased the game through the EA app are being denied deployment. So, if you say, I'm not gonna buy this on Steam, I'm not gonna buy this on ETS, I'm not gonna buy this on GOG because I'm a crazy motherfucker. I'm gonna buy this through the EA app itself. I'm gonna give my money directly to Evil Ass Niggas Incorporated. And you buy your game directly through EA, you're cooked. You brought a game and they're not allowing you to play it. They're actively punishing you for giving them more money. Because when you buy stuff through the EA app, you don't have to give Steam, Epic, or PlayStation, any of these other platforms a cut. All the money you spend goes directly to EA. Because keep in mind, when these games are on a server, it doesn't cost a lot to keep the game on a server like it does to buy the plastic cases, put the information on a disc, and make sure that that information is optimized to be on that disc and send it out to different locations and lose money on unpurchased copies. It don't cost a lot to keep that shit on a server. So the fact that people are giving you more money directly and you're punishing them, stop buying these fucking games day one. Stop buying these fucking games day one. And 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 stop buying Imagine if you were dumb enough to pre-order Battlefield. Joke's on you, nigga. This game has not launched in a good state since 2011. Joke's on you, nigga. On a Battlefield subreddit, the scene... I said Reddit. Whatever. Users who brought Battlefield 6's Evil Ass Niggas Incorporated launcher say that after launching the game and sitting through launch day login queue, they're unable to play either multiplayer or the campaign, even after multiple reinstall attempts, verifying files, blah, 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 all that other shit you do. Battlefield 6 will insist that those users are missing necessary content or that they must purchase to play, seemingly indicating that the Evil Ass Niggas Incorporated app isn't correctly recognizing the software license for users who purchase Battlefield 6 through their own software. I've got warned about purchasing the game versus their app, but I try staying true to the bone since I already have every other joint that they already brought on there. Yeah, you're too far gone. Now I've spent 1 hour in the menu shooting range, done with the settings. Now I'd love to play, but I guess I have to keep playing Battlefield 4. Niggas want to play the game, but they literally can't. I don't need to read no further through this article. I pretty much get it. Like niggas said, we want to play the game, but we mechanically can't. And if you didn't think that was enough, also be aware. Apparently, if you play this game on Xbox, you get less XP than if you play on PlayStation through the crew feature for whatever reason. So this game, if you care about the competitiveness and shit, is borderline an exclusive title to the platform. I just wanted to kind of keep y'all up on that, and I would read through the article, but this website fucking sucks and it makes everything black. Oh, I can read this tweet though. Battlefield 6 gives you a plus 5% on every match on PlayStation 5 if you party up with 2 or more PlayStation Plus subscribers, which I guess isn't a thing for Xbox. So yeah, just be aware if you're watching this that as of when I'm recording this, this is a thing. Why is this a thing? I don't know, but currently it is a thing. Now let's get into these and actually, you know what, I'll make this a separate video. And what you should do, because for those of y'all watching on Twitch, all y'all gotta do is reload y'all tab. But for those of y'all watching on YouTube, this is about to be the end of the video. And make sure you subscribe and like if you haven't. If you have any thoughts about Battlefield, make sure to share them down below. Shit.